Hi friends, today we embark on another captivating journey into the shadowy world of true crime stories. Get ready to investigate, discover, and reveal the secrets of a dark and dramatic case. Are you prepared to dive into this thrilling investigation? Let's begin now. Jennifer Ashcroft, a striking 52-year-old woman, has built a solid career in the tough biotech industry. Her company is at the forefront of brain interface technology, and Jennifer is known for her sharp mind and dogged determination. She is always confident in achieving every goal, whether in the boardroom or in her personal life. Ryan Breslin, 20 years old, is a handsome guy with a troubled past. After dropping out of college and going through many dead-end jobs, a chance meeting with Jennifer changed his life. This unusual relationship gives both of them what they desire. Jennifer escapes loneliness through the companionship of a vibrant young man, and Ryan enjoys financial security and luxurious experiences. For nearly a year, their relationship flourished in the shadows of Riverton. But as summer gives way to fall, a subtle shift in relationships sets in motion a chain of events that ends in tragedy, forcing the community to confront the dark secrets lurking beneath the pristine surface. Jennifer Ashcroft's path to wealth and power began in the middle-class suburbs of Boston. She was born into a family with a father who was a high school chemistry teacher and a mother who was a librarian. From a young age, Jennifer showed an aptitude for science and an insatiable curiosity about human intelligence. Her parents recognized their daughter's potential and saved to provide her with every educational opportunity they could. At age 16, Jennifer's life took a dramatic turn when her science fair project on neurotransmitters caught the eye of a visiting professor from MIT. Impressed by her talent, he became a mentor, helping her enter a prestigious neuroscience program at MIT. Here, Jennifer's ambitions really soared. During her graduate studies, her research on neuroplastics attracted the attention of many biotech startups. At age 25, Jennifer obtained her first patent and worked for a fledgling company specializing in brain-computer interfaces. Under Jennifer's leadership, the biotech company flourished, with its stock price skyrocketing thanks to continued breakthroughs. Her wealth and influence grew exponentially, but so did Jennifer's reputation for cruelty. Former colleagues often whispered about her seductive and manipulative abilities to mercilessly exploit the weaknesses of others. Jennifer's personal life was marked by a series of short-lived marriages. The first husband, a fellow researcher from MIT, divorced after 3 years citing emotional neglect. His second marriage, which lasted 5 years, to a venture capitalist, ended when Jennifer suspected him of being unfaithful. After her third divorce at age 48 from a younger art dealer who accused her of being obsessed with control, Jennifer abandoned traditional relationships and began seeking the company of others, much younger men. She is attracted to their vitality and the uncomplicated nature of these relationships, which allow her to maintain control while satisfying her need for friendship and physical intimacy. However, as she turns 50, her loneliness increasingly gnaws at her, leaving her vulnerable to the seduction of Ryan Breslin and the destructive jealousy that follows. In contrast to Jennifer, Ryan Breslin was born in a small town in rural Pennsylvania. He is the youngest child in a family of 4 children, always teetering on the brink of poverty. His father was a long-haul truck driver with a penchant for alcohol and was rarely home, while his mother battled depression and had difficulty maintaining a family. From a young age, Ryan learned to protect himself and soon realized that his charm and intelligence could become his advantage. Ryan Breslin is a guy with natural charisma, often relying on it to make up for his shortcomings in studies and discipline. Although he did not excel academically, his high SAT scores showed an intelligence that he rarely applied. Ryan's basketball talent helped him win a scholarship to a liberal arts college in Philadelphia. However, the free life in college led him to fall into the party crowd, leading to his grades plummeting and losing his scholarship at the end of his freshman year. Ashamed to return home, Ryan decided to stay in Philadelphia, making a temporary living with low-paying jobs. During this period, Ryan met Jennifer while working as a barista at a luxury coffee shop. She was struck by his smile and the vulnerability behind his confidence. To Ryan, Jennifer represents the success and luxurious life he dreams of. The initial flirtation quickly develops into a deeper relationship as Jennifer is intrigued by Ryan's potential and decides to support him financially, introducing him to her sophisticated world in return. Take exclusive companionship. Faced with mounting debt and a gloomy outlook, Ryan cannot refuse Jennifer's attractive offer. She invites him to attend the gallery opening, marking his initiation into her world. Upon arriving at Ryan's shabby apartment, Jennifer gave him a perfectly fitting designer suit. During the event, she instructed him in art and introduced him to people in the world as her young protégé. The evening became intoxicating for Ryan as he easily transformed into a charming guy, receiving appreciative looks and interesting conversations with Jennifer's friends. Their meeting culminates in her penthouse, where Jennifer proposes an attractive monthly stipend to help him return to college and open up his dream opportunities. In return, she desired discretion and exclusivity from him. Ryan saw an opportunity to renew himself and escape an uncertain life, so he agreed without hesitation. The following months were a whirlwind for him. Jennifer took him into the guest house on her property, changed his wardrobe with designer labels, and introduced him to the finer things in life. She enrolled him in art classes, hired a personal trainer to improve his physique, and taught him how to taste wine and eat delicately. Jennifer delights in molding Ryan, viewing him as a project and prized possession. She reveled in the envious glances when they appeared together at events and proudly showed off her youthful companion. For Ryan, this relationship provides security and excitement. He threw himself into his new role with enthusiasm, eager to prove his worth and maintain the lifestyle to which he had become accustomed. Their physical relationship becomes passionate and deep. Adventures with Jennifer have brought Ryan experiences he never imagined. She pushes his boundaries, always maintaining control, which spills over into other aspects of the relationship. As summer turned to fall, they settled into a rhythm of lavish vacations, social events, and intimate evenings at home. To the outside world, they appeared to be an unusual but happy couple. Yet beneath that surface, the seeds of dependency and obsession are taking root, setting the stage for the chaos to come. The fragile balance in Jennifer and Ryan's relationship begins to change with the arrival of Aria Thornton, a 20-year-old art history major at the local university. Aria entered their lives innocuously, working part-time at the Museum of Modern Art. Ryan first met Aria when he regularly visited museums, a habit that Jennifer encouraged to further his art education. Ryan is attracted to Aria's enthusiasm, which contrasts with Jennifer's calculated appreciation of art as a status symbol. After the tour, Ryan approaches Aria, engaging her in a discussion about the exhibit. Their conversation was filled with shared laughter, and Ryan felt seen as his true self, and not just an extension of Jennifer. Aria represents what Jennifer does not have: spontaneity and expressiveness, while Jennifer is polite and restrained. Over the next few weeks, Ryan regularly visits the museum to see Aria. Their friendship quickly developed through their common interests in music, art, and philosophy. Aria introduces Ryan to her world, from college parties to independent film screenings. These experiences help Ryan rediscover parts of himself that were suppressed during his relationship with Jennifer, especially his artistic aspirations. When Aria gives Ryan an antique camera she found at a flea market, their love deepens. Spending so much time with Aria causes Ryan to begin to question his relationship with Jennifer. The stark contrast between a genuine connection with Aria and a transactional relationship with Jennifer becomes increasingly apparent, causing Ryan to look for reasons to stay away from the compound and think about Aria. Unbeknownst to Ryan, his behavioral changes and increasing distractibility had attracted Jennifer's attention. With sharp instincts honed over years of running the company, she sensed a shift in their dynamic. The determination to maintain control only adds to the tension. The first signs of trouble are difficult to spot. Jennifer saw Ryan frequently checking his phone, his face lighting up when he received a text message from someone. He also began spending more time at museums, citing his newfound passion for art. Although Jennifer initially encouraged this hobby, doubts gradually took root in her mind. One evening while preparing for a charity gala, Jennifer accidentally asked about Ryan's day at the museum. His answer was full of enthusiasm and details about a new exhibition, but when he mentioned Arya, in whom he showed particular interest, this caught Jennifer's attention. Determined to learn the truth, Jennifer begins to follow Ryan more closely. She installed a GPS tracking device on his phone under the guise of a security upgrade and hired a private investigator to monitor his outings. Reports from the detective confirmed her worst fears: Ryan was spending time with a young woman, and their body language showed clear attraction. Evidence of Ryan's growing connection to Arya causes Jennifer's jealousy to rise. She vacillated between coldness and despair. Her unpredictable moods began to affect her work. She loses focus during important meetings and criticizes employees for small mistakes. Her assistant noticed the change and was worried about Jennifer's mental state. Jennifer's alcohol consumption increases, and when she can no longer contain her suspicions, she decides to confront Ryan after a late night out. She accused him of betrayal and insisted that he owed her loyalty. This argument marked a turning point in their relationship. Ryan, feeling trapped and resentful of Jennifer's possessiveness, begins to withdraw and is careful not to mention Arya. Jennifer, fueled by paranoia, increases her control, asking him to accompany her to art events and surprising him with impromptu visits to museums, looking for signs of Arya. As the weeks pass, the emotional chasm between Jennifer and Ryan widens. Their once passionate encounters become mechanically tinged with an undercurrent of resentment. Jennifer's jealousy turns into obsession, pushing her to increasingly desperate measures to keep Ryan with her. Little does she know that her possessive love is pushing Ryan further away, driving them both towards a potentially fatal confrontation. As Jennifer's jealousy increases, she begins a campaign of manipulation to keep Ryan dependent on her and separate him from Arya. First, she withheld Ryan's allowance under fictitious grounds and asked him to commit more and spend time together. Emotional manipulation becomes her main weapon. She fluctuates between affection and coldness, making Ryan feel insecure. Jennifer also used subtle tactics to separate Ryan from his friends. She scheduled trips to coincide with his plans and expressed concern about old acquaintances, implying that they might take advantage of his new position. Ryan's social circle increasingly shrinks, leaving Jennifer as his sole source of companionship and validation. In difficult times, she reminds Ryan of what she has done for him, seeing her control as an act of love and generosity. She often talks about how she saved him from a life of poverty and implies that he would be nothing without her. As Ryan continued to suffer, Jennifer's tactics became more desperate. She feigned health concerns, complaining of migraines or fainting every time Ryan wanted to go out alone, causing him to cancel his plans out of concern for her. Through this web of manipulation, Jennifer creates a reality that makes Ryan believe that he needs her. However, each of her manipulative actions pushes Ryan closer to his breaking point, leading to resentment that explodes with devastating consequences. During a secret investigation into Ryan's past, Jennifer discovers a secret that could give her ultimate leverage. Through her private investment network, she learned that Ryan was involved in a car accident during his first year of college, which left another student seriously injured. But Ryan fled the scene. The case fell into oblivion due to lack of evidence, but now Jennifer holds important information. When Ryan returned from a heated argument, Jennifer calmly mentioned the accident. She presented the facts with coolness, produced police reports, and made it clear that she had enough evidence to reopen the case. She hinted that if Ryan did not comply with her wishes, she would turn the information over to the authorities. Ryan is devastated by this revelation. The accident was the catalyst for his decline in college, and the guilt haunted him for years. Now, the illusion that he could leave the past behind has been shattered. Jennifer emphasized her control, giving Ryan a choice: commit to their relationship, cut all ties with Arya, and follow her rules, or else she'll expose the secret yours and could put you in jail. Trapped and desperate, Ryan initially agreed to Jennifer's request. He stops going to the museum, ignores worried messages from Arya, becomes a prisoner in Jennifer's gilded cage. She was pleased with the victory, believing she had secured Ryan's loyalty. However, the weight of the blackmail begins to take its toll on both of them. Ryan becomes withdrawn and depressed, his previously vibrant personality overshadowed by the stress of living under threat. Jennifer fluctuates between guilt and frustration at Ryan's indifference. As the weeks passed, tensions increased. Ryan's resentment simmers while Jennifer's paranoia grows. She believes Ryan is plotting against her and seeks to neutralize her leverage. This situation becomes a powder keg waiting for a spark. On a chilly fall evening, Jennifer dragged Ryan to a gallery opening, treating him like a prized possession in front of her friends. As they moved through the crowd, Ryan's eyes suddenly locked on Aria, looking stunning in a classic dress. Her presence is a stark reminder of the freedom and heartfelt connection he has lost. Before Jennifer could react, Ryan mumbled an apology and fled the gallery. Wandering on the road, his mind raced with that chance encounter, awakening a strong desire for freedom in him. When Ryan returned to the mansion in the early morning hours, he found Jennifer waiting, her face cold. The controversy that followed was unlike any before. Ryan becomes emboldened, no longer willing to tolerate control, and determined to confront Jennifer about her manipulation and blackmail. When she felt like she was losing control of Ryan, Jennifer pulled out the final play. She reminds him of the evidence she has, threatening not only to expose his past but to use her influence to destroy any future he might hope for. She paints a vivid picture of the destruction that awaits if he dares to leave her. But her threats didn't shrink Ryan. On the contrary, they only strengthened his resolve. In a moment of clarity, Ryan realizes that no future with Jennifer, no matter how lavish, is worth the cost to his soul. With calm amid the chaos, Ryan informed Jennifer that he was leaving regardless of the consequences. Faced with the reality of losing Ryan, Jennifer felt like everything was falling apart. When Ryan turned away, her composure was completely shattered. In rage and desperation, she lunged at him, her manicured nails scraping across his face. Ryan, surprised by the violent action, stumbled back, knocking over an ancient vase that shattered on the wall, creating a deafening noise and shaking the surrounding space. The marble floor echoed with the sound of broken porcelain, further pushing Jennifer into a state of madness. She grabbed a heavy crystal decanter from the bar cart and swung it at Ryan's head. He bent down. The decanter missed him by a few inches and hit the wall, shattering expensive glasses and bottles of scotch. Ryan, realizing the severity of the situation, tried to restrain Jennifer, begging her to calm down. But Jennifer had no excuse. She kicked and screamed incoherently about betrayal and ingratitude. In a fierce struggle, they crashed into Jennifer's precious art collection, the paintings falling to the floor around them like pieces of a destroyed life. Jennifer grabbed the letter opener on the table, an ornate but dangerous object that looked more like a weapon than an office tool. She threw it at Ryan, an angry throw. He tried to deflect the blow, but the blade cut deep into his arm, leaving a trail of bright red blood. The sight of blood splashing brought Jennifer back to reality for a moment, and she staggered back, the letter opener falling from her weak fingers. Feelings of panic and remorse filled her heart as she realized the extent of her brutality. The chaos surrounding them was a clear sign of the destruction they had caused each other, and silence returned in that terrifying moment. Ryan clutched his bleeding arm, saw his chance to escape, and rushed out the door. But in a final act of desperation, Jennifer grabbed his injured arm, pulling him back with surprising strength. Ryan acted on instinct, adrenaline spurring him into action. He rushed away, causing Jennifer to stumble backwards. Her heel caught on the carpet, and time seemed to slow down as she fell. Her head hit the corner of the heavy marble fireplace with a sickening crunch, and then Jennifer fell to the floor, a pool of blood quickly spreading beneath her hair. Ryan stood there frozen, his mind trying to process what had just happened in the chaotic scene. With shaking hands, he checked Jennifer's pulse, but found nothing. Realizing that she was dead, his life as he knew it was over. In a panic, Ryan staggers out of the house into the cool night air, leaving behind a scene of destruction that will soon become the center of a sensational investigation, shaping both men's fates forever. The horrifying discovery was made by Jennifer's housekeeper, Elodia Ramirez, early the next morning. Her screams when she found her owner's lifeless body shattered the quiet morning in Riverton, sending neighbors running and calling 911. Detective Lydia Blackwell, a veteran of the homicide division, arrived on the scene within an hour. The luxurious living room now becomes a scene of violence, telling the story of a fierce struggle. Broken glass at her feet and blood stains leading to Jennifer's body by the fireplace showed what had happened. As technicians examined the scene, Detective Blackwell began to piece together the events. Security camera footage shows Ryan fleeing the house in the early hours of the morning, his shirt stained with blood. His disappearance made him the prime suspect, and a wanted bulletin was issued. The investigation gradually reveals a more complex picture of Jennifer and Ryan's relationship. Interviews with staff and acquaintances reported hearing arguments and expressed concerns about Jennifer's increasingly erratic behavior, creating questions about what really happened in the house. A breakthrough occurs when detectives discover Jennifer's hidden files, detailing her investigation into Ryan's past. This extortion adds a new dimension to the case, suggesting that Ryan may have acted out of desperation, not with murderous intent. Meanwhile, Ryan is still wanted. Despite numerous reported sightings of him across the state, he has evaded capture. The turning point in the investigation comes from an unexpected source, Aria Thornton. Feeling guilty about her role in the events, Aria provides vital information to investigators. Text messages and voicemails from Ryan document Jennifer's escalating behavior. Aria's testimony about Ryan's fears paints a picture of him as a victim of manipulation and abuse, trapped in a gilded cage by Jennifer's wealth and her threats. This new perspective prompted Detective Blackwell to dig deep into Jennifer's past, uncovering obsessive behavior and accusations of stalking from previous relationships. Forensic evidence at the scene began to confirm Ryan's version of events, with Jennifer's fatal injuries consistent with an accidental fall. Defensive wounds on her hands suggest she was the aggressor in the final confrontation. The most damning evidence comes from Jennifer herself, the digital footprint. A thorough examination of her computer revealed the entire surveillance of Ryan, including GPS tracking data and audio recordings from hidden cameras in the house. This level of invasion and control shocked even the most seasoned investigators. When the true nature of Jennifer and Ryan's relationship came to light, public opinion began to change. The story of a gold-digging toy boy gives way to an understanding of a young man trapped in an abusive situation. Initially charged with second-degree murder, Ryan's case took an unexpected turn when evidence of Jennifer's manipulation and abuse caused the district attorney's office to reconsider the charges. Allegations. After lengthy discussions and negotiations with Ryan's defense team, testimony and 3 days of deliberations, the jury returned their verdict. Ryan was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, a verdict that acknowledged his role in Jennifer's death, while also recognizing the mitigating circumstances that led to the fatal confrontation. The judge, taking into account Ryan's lack of criminal record and the unusual circumstances of the case, sentenced him to 5 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 3 years. This sentence was met with mixed reactions. Some felt it was too lenient. Others thought Ryan had suffered enough. Please ensure to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell to stay updated on all the intriguing cases in the True Crime Stories series. Be the first to receive updates on dramatic and thrilling crime stories.